Ah, Bloodborne. Yes, Bloodborne. Why are we talking about Bloodborne? Well, let me tell you. Not just the PS5 Pro, but the PlayStation 30th anniversary. I've seen you Bloodborne fans sneaking your way into as many chats as you can, raising hell and crying about the fact that you have not received a Bloodborne remake or anything like that, especially with the, HD remakes and remasters that PlayStation has just announced. I get it. It's frustrating sometimes, especially when you don't think anyone has asked for these remasters or remakes recently. However, I'm going to shed on you some light. We're going to give you, four reasons to why you aren't getting a Bloodborne remake, at least not anytime soon. Now, before we get started, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't do much research for this. Okay, we're pretty much going off of just basic knowledge here. Okay, anyone should know this. If you simply took a deep breath, took a step back, don't just jump on some bandwagon and start crying with other people, because that's all they're doing is crying and throwing fits, because for whatever reason, crying and negativity breeds popularity. So we're not jumping on bandwagons here. We don't do that. Okay, we are simply being honest here, talking about what we know and what's commonly known, and we are using our heads here. We look at both sides of the field here, and we go from there. So again, if I'm wrong on any point here, I have no problems putting my foot in my mouth. Just be nice about it, and I'll be nice in return. Reason number one, okay? Bloodborne is a From Software game. Okay, yes, PlayStation does own the LP for this game. That's why it's a PlayStation exclusive. But PlayStation does not make the game. Sony does not make the game. From Software does. So stop crying and bitching at Sony because you're not getting a Bloodborne remake. That's not their department. Okay, that is From Software, who needs to make the game. Okay, let me give you an example of this. Mario. Mario is solely owned by Nintendo. They solely own everything for Mario. However, Super Mario RPG, again, we got a HD remake of not all that long ago. Now, we could have gotten this a lot sooner, at least you would think, because, well, Mario is owned by Nintendo. They easily could have just done this whenever they wanted to. No, incorrect. Gino and Malo, two of the playable characters, as well as many of the other characters within the game, are owned by Square Enix. So in order for Nintendo to be able to make a Super Mario RPG sequel or remake, whatever, however you want to look at it, they need to come together with Square Enix in order to do this, because they are two parts of a whole. That's how that works. And it's the same thing with Bloodborne and Sony. Even though Sony owns the LP, they still need to work with From Software in order to make this game happen. Plain and simple. Reason number two. Elden Ring just launched its expansion for Shadow of the Erdtree, another From Software game. Now, I'm sure that's been a big project on their hands that they've been working on for some time. Now that they're done with that, could they be freed up for something, say Bloodborne? I don't know. Are they working on another expansion or perhaps a whole new Soulsborne game? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how many games they can work on one time. I don't know how big the company is. I don't know how many departments they have. I don't know. But that's how that works. They had just worked on something and just released something. So therefore, for another Soulsborne game to come out, it could possibly take a bit of time. Got it? Okay, hope we understand each other here. Now, moving on to reason number three. Okay, when the PS5 released, we had the Demon Souls Remaster. That was our PS5 exclusive Soulsborne game. Okay, Demon Souls deserved a remake far more than Bloodborne did. Okay, I'm not saying Bloodborne's a bad game. I personally didn't care much for it. We'll talk about that a whole nother time, but not for this video. Again, Demon Souls helped pave the way for Soulsborne's game. You had Demon Souls and Dark Souls, then Dark Souls 2, and then here comes Bloodborne. See where I'm at? Demon Souls got the remake first. They got it for the PS5 launch as a PS5 launch exclusive. Now here we are for Bloodborne. Yes, you guys want Bloodborne, but do you really think they're going to release two different PS5 exclusive Soulsborne games? I don't see that happening, at least not right now. Now, there could be other factors involved. I don't know. That's just my opinion and how I'm choosing to look at this. It makes sense to me. Hopefully, it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, well, you can fight with me in the comments. I'm fine with that. Now, moving on to our last reason number 4, but the PS6. Okay, this is where you're going to want to look for your possible Bloodborne remake. Because just like with the PS5, the launch of the PS5, we got the Demon Souls. Okay. Our PlayStation exclusive Demon Souls, because that wasn't exclusive to the PS3. And we have Bloodborne, which is exclusive to the PS4. Therefore, it could possibly be our PlayStation 6 exclusive Soulsborne game. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm choosing to look at this. It makes sense, and it would be a great way for Sony themselves to release a game that the consumers want, their fans want, that they know people want, because trust me, they're not ignoring you guys. They're not. That would be when they would possibly drop this game. That would be a great sell point for the PlayStation 6. That's all I have to say about this. I'm Kazanage, just giving you my honest review on this whole situation here from what I've seen, using common knowledge here to give you guys an honest review about this situation here. We will talk more about the PS5 Pro and, of course, this beautiful looking 30th anniversary edition for the PS5 Pro. I know a lot of you enjoyed my last PS5 Pro video. We did go on a rant there. I did do a lot of things wrong in that video. That was my first review video. We've learned from that just a little bit. So we'll make another one of those for you in the future as well. So as always, if you've enjoyed your journey here so far, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content. Regardless of your decision, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time.